Welcome. You are here with Dr. Nilda Perez with Business Foresight, creating strategies towards your extraordinary future. Hi, y bienvenidos to Dr. Nilda's show. Here I have another fabulous interview. And of course, we're trying to do several things here at the same time, and we're having difficulty. But here's what we're going to do. I'm going to introduce my guest. This is Nancy Jimenez Townsend. She is from the Dominican Republic. She is my new best friend. So we met, yes. Right? We met a couple of weeks ago. We met last week, and it was, that connection, and it was like kindred spirits. And from the minute that we met, it was like, oh my goodness, we just started talking, and we become long, fast friends.
Yeah, we feel like we meet each other a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I have to tell you, I'm going to tell you a funny story once you get to know her a little better. I'm going to tell you a funny story about her, which she tells me last week. It was great. So let me give you her bio. Nancy Jimenez is from the Dominican Republic. She comes from a large family of 8, and she's the third of 8. And although this is not typically something I say, this is very telling of her story and why she is where she is today. She lives in Miami for 28 years, and she is married to Neil for 21 years, and she has 2 lovely children, Anthony and Ashley, which I feel like I know already, and we've never met. Nancy is a real estate agent, and this is what made her like the quintessential, that she really like impressed in my heart and when I got to know her. She is a real estate agent, but she has separated herself by doing a few things that not the typical agent does. So one of the things that you've done is she invests a lot of money in her professional and personal development. She has a target, and her target is luxury real estate. She is certified in luxury home marketing specialist, certified negotiator, seller representative specialist, pricing and strategy advisor, and relocation expert. And she has been awarded for the last 7 years the top real estate agent. Thank you for being here, Nancy.
No, thank you so much for having me.
I feel so blessed to have you. I know you have a very busy schedule. You always have things to do, and to get you here honestly, it's my honor. I'm so excited to have you here. So I have quite a few questions for you because you've done things quite different than the real estate agents that I know, and not that the real estate agents that I know are not doing fabulous things, but you kind of stand out because you're really thinking completely out of the box, and that's what attracted me to you when you started explaining to me what you do. So here is my first question to you. What made you get into real estate?
Well, I started real estate 13 years ago, and the reason that I started it was because I work in the import and export industry, and one day my boss decided to fire me, and that actually freed me.
Free you.
That actually freed me to start what I always love, which is real estate. I started doing real estate, and I find my passion. Immediately, I know that this was meant to be. I enjoy my job. I really love what I do, helping people finding their dream homes.
Yeah, that's awesome. But then, besides that, you have kind of separated yourself from the average, because you work with a different clientele and you do different things. Tell me a little bit about what you do.
Okay, I actually listen to my clients' needs, and I am like a matchmaker between my clients and their families and their finding their dream homes. I also assist sellers. I work with them trying to sell their house as fast as possible and try to get them the most money for their property.
Okay. How long have you been in real estate?
I have been doing this for 13 years already.
Really?
Yes.
13 years. And in 13 years, for 7 years of those 13 years, you've been winning awards.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So, When did you know that you were made for this? Because I'll be honest, I have my real estate license, and the minute that I got the license and they told me, well, now you have to go and get clients and go out, I was like, it wasn't. I knew that it wasn't for me, and yet it's such a natural fit for you. When did you know?
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I grew up in a family that we moved constantly, and I never have a home. Then when I start in real estate, and I start working with families and seeing, like, looking for the best schools, the best neighborhoods, and getting to know my family, my clients' need, and being able to give them that home that I never had, and to experience, to have their memories, their baptisms, maybe Christmas in their house, and those are things that it was very hard for me growing up. Then as soon as I found that I was able to give those clients that thing, it gave me a satisfaction that I cannot explain. That's why I love my job.
Okay, wow. I never thought of it that way. So if you were going to say it in a sentence, what exactly do you give your clients?
I give my clients a home where they can grow their keep their memories, grow their memories, that they can have happiness, raise their children.
Yeah, wow, that's awesome. So there are like, I mean, we're doing the research, and there are like more than 40,000 real estate agents in Miami, because that's where you are from. You're from Miami. Yes. So why would people choose you? How do they choose you?
My clientele is basically referrals, and to tell you the truth, I don't work with everybody. I really select my clientele because I want to give them the best service possible. Okay. I want to dedicate time to listen and to help them to find their dream home.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so what, again, so that's one thing. So what do you feel that you do? Where are you different? What makes you stand out and be different?
I will say what my clients say the best about me is my patience, and also I'm very honest, and I treat my clients the way that I want to be treated. I listen to what they really need, and I care for their best interests, which for some people is their biggest asset.
Yeah,
and I work
I know it was
more
for me.
Yeah, and I am more like trying to find the right house, even though that perfect house doesn't exist. But I try to listen what they need and try to find that perfect house or close to the perfect house that they want.
So would it be fair to call you the home matchmaker?
Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Because you have that perfect home and that family, and you meet their needs and you match them together. I know for myself, Nancy, one of the most difficult things with realtors was the fact that they wanted to sell me what was most convenient for them and did not care. They were not listening to my needs. They were not listening to, and I mean, that was the biggest purchase that I was going to make. And, for the rest of my life, that's how it felt at the time. And for me, I didn't feel that I got that attention. I felt that they weren't listening to me. They were hearing me, but they weren't listening to me. And it was very difficult for me. Because it's very emotional.
It is very emotional.
All of your investments, everything that you have, you're taking this chance, and somebody that's not paying attention to you, that's painful. Like, really, you need to listen,
Yes.
So, I mean, that's one of the things that I know that you do really, really well. So, what is your quality? What are your qualities what do your clients say about you? What is the best quality as a realtor?
I will say that my dedication, my patience, and that they trust me 100%. They trust me, like they know that I'm working for them. Okay. And that gives them a relief that knowing that, you know, I'm not working here for a commission, I'm working for you, for your best interest.
Wow. So can I ask you, how many cold calls do you make a week?
None.
None.
All my clientele is referral based and multiple repeat business.
Okay.
Yeah. Satisfied client.
Right. And so what I know this week that I spent with you, one of the things that you told me was that you're looking to expand now. So tell me a little bit about the expansion and where you want to go and who do you want to...
Okay. After living 28 years in Miami, I can call Miami my home. Mm-hmm. I really love Miami, and knowing that we are such an international city and everybody around the world want to have a piece of Miami, a property in Miami. Mm-hmm. My goal is to try to go and sell Miami international, okay. And that is my dream now. That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. Oh, that's fabulous. That's fabulous, because I have to tell you, Miami is quite beautiful. So now you go from selling homes to selling luxury homes. You know, I mean, luxury homes, I'm assuming, and I'm not a realtor, so I'm not going to pretend. Is there a difference between selling, you know, a $400,000 home and $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million home? Is there a difference? Because that's your specialty is in luxury homes.
Yeah, especially when you're talking about marketing as a point of view of a seller. You need to work with an agent that have the experience in marketing and how to promote your house, your property, not only local, international, and also to that special clients, because some of those houses need a special buyer. And sometimes they don't live in Miami. Then you have to be able to market and promote that house international. And that's my specialty. Yeah. You know, marketing. And then when you refer to a buyer, then yes, sometimes it's hard because working with the luxury market, sometimes the clients are more demanding, right. But I have the expertise, the knowledge, mm-hmm. the patience, and I listen for my clients' needs, what my clients need.
Have any of your clients ever made like a very kind of out of the box or bizarre request from you? You know, to meet their needs?
Yes, I have had some special clients that actually have special requests and properties, and yeah. I cannot go over because of confidentiality. Mm-hmm. But yes, I have one of those difficult and challenge projects sometimes.
Yeah. So that, you know, I mean, do you welcome that, or is that?
Yes,
because it's a little bit of a challenge.
It is
right?
a challenge, but I enjoy it, and I'm so blessed because I have to say I have excellent clients. I cannot complain, you know, about none of them. They're
feel the excellent. Same way about mine. I love my clients.
I've been very, very blessed.
Yeah. So, in closing, I want to ask you, where do you see the real estate world going? I mean, we're talking about luxury homes, so when we're talking about luxury homes, you know, what direction do you see it going? Because we're not talking about, you know, the smaller homes. Do you see an impact or a change coming?
The luxury market's a little bit slow right now in Miami, and of course we just have a new government, new president, things slow down, and there was a lot of uncertainty. And yes, in the luxury market, the inventory is growing. When you go to the lower price, then we have more demands. Of course, more people qualify for those amount of loans. Okay. Then my recommendation for the high-end market is, like, when you're planning to list your property, try to put it at the right price. Don't try to overprice it, because it's going to take, of course, a luxury home, it will take longer to sell than a regular home. Okay. Then I think price and marketing is the key.
Okay. And you're the expert at marketing, mm-hmm. you know, so that's great. That's great. Nancy, it was so great having you. Thank you. I definitely want to see you again. And the next time I see you, I want to see you in a luxury home that we can go and we can do an interview there and sip on some tea and maybe we can do it from the jacuzzi.
Yes.
Just a thought, just a thought. But honestly, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking the time. I know you're really busy and I know you always have every time we always have a ton of things to do, but I'm glad. I want to thank you for giving me this interview and being able to share with people that, it goes beyond. It's not just, you can do so much in real estate, and I'm blessed, and I want to thank you for coming.
No, thank you for having me.
Okay.
It's been a pleasure.
Okay.
Where can we find Nancy?
Where can we find Nancy? Thank you. See, there's nothing like a good audience. Where can we find you, Nancy? If we wanted you, where do we find you?
Well, you can visit my website, NancyJimenezHomes.com.
Nancy Jimenez, Giminez. We will be posting that.
And my phone number?
Your office number is?
305-632-2277.
Okay, and we're going to be posting that information. And if anybody has any questions or concerns, or you want to just be able to maybe pick Nancy's brain, write all of your notes or whatever on Facebook. She will be responding to you. I really encourage you to do that because, our guests really do pay attention and they are responding to questions. So, please do that.
Yeah.
And again, ask her because
any question you have.
A fabulous resource. The woman is fabulous. I'm telling you, she's a great marketer, and she has really carved a niche for herself in a very difficult market, but she's done a great job. Okay, so I want to thank you, and I think that is it for the pop-ups, and I will be going home soon. I miss my house, I miss my bed, I want to go home, but it's been great, right? It's been a very long 2 weeks. Yeah. But at any rate, all right.
Next up, I think will be
the next interview is going to be Edwin Rivera. He's going to be there Saturday morning at 11 a.m. He is going to be talking about how you can get different ways to be able to get money for your business. So if you need a loan or he's going to be talking about different, very creative ways to be able to find loans. So his topic is out of the box, and he's just absolutely fabulous. He's also going to bring a very important topic regarding businesses, and he wants to talk. He's going to be talking about how not always owning 100% of your idea is a good idea. So he's going to be elaborating on that. I know he touched upon that when he was here a few weeks ago, but I had to pick his brain because he mentioned that in the show and I needed to know more. So look out for Saturday morning, 11 a.m., Edwin Rivera. All right, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
I want to thank you for being with us on Business Foresight, always creating strategies towards an extraordinary future. Remember, I'm here with you with strategies every Saturday. I'll see you next week.